Hi everyone! It's time for another sketchbook video. It's the same sketchbook, and I started this in May, and I ended it in October, and I have been procrastinating ever since in doing this. And now I'm procrastinating in painting, so I'm going to do this because I was procrastinating in this. Gotta get something done. I was doing a lot of puppy sitting, so I got a lot of scrap paper attached to this sketchbook of thumbnails. So good if you're doing something where you gotta do like a lot of sitting. It's a really good way to keep your drawing mojo, but not be too distracted, because, you know, puppy. And puppies will destroy everything, given the chance. You know, fun sketch. Everyone has one of those really weird sketches in their sketchbooks. And hopefully this setup is a bit better than the first go-round. And hopefully I'm spending enough time on each page. I didn't even think about that. Slowly go down. I haven't slightly zoomed the camera. So, hopefully all the sketches are super clear. And I'm trying to move the tripod without making a whole bunch of noise. I don't know if I said this or not, but if you hear a slight hum in the background, it is the heaters. It is extremely cold. More strange creatures, because why not? And you're going to see this at a slight angle. I still have not figured out how all those people have those sketchbook videos with the sketchbook camera right above it. It's really... There must be like a tripod extension that I'm not seeing. Rockruff. As you can see, I do a ton of sketching. Mostly characters. What I enjoy most, you know. But I do try to do some experimenting in a sketchbook more... in another sketchbook that I have entirely for studies. This is a Steven Universe fusion I was working on. I never ended up doing a painting with her, though. Oh, and at the end of the sketchbook, there will probably be some Inktober sketches. If you guys were curious if I did that or not, I did. They're over on my Tumblr. About halfway through the sketchbook, I really started trying to work on my lines, because I noticed that they weren't the best. So, personally, I've found that I think my sketches are probably at my weakest point in my art, in comparison to my paintings. I think my paintings look one level and my sketches look a different one, if that makes any sense. Hopefully I'm not rambling. No one wants to listen to rambling. If you find me annoying, I don't feel bad if you mute me. Almost jumped. This tripod's a little bit weird. I don't have tripod skills yet. I've only used this thing twice. Still a good purchase, though. I ended up getting a tripod at a garage sale. It was amazing. I believe this was a really funny sketch of Saitama from One Punch. Birds on this page because I was being harassed by a woodpecker. He was coming to my window, which is right next to my bed, and he would just knock and continued to knock. And eventually I ended up having to spray him with water to get him to go away. Not like with a hose, just with like a squirt bottle. But that didn't do nothing. I mean, it was cool for like the first day, but then like the 17th day was less cool, you know? If you're wondering how I sketch, I normally do a pre-sketch with a normal pencil, and then I go in and do the, I guess, line art with a mechanical. I find this gives me enough ability to do a under sketch and it look decently, or decent. Swear I never spoke before in my life. And hopefully this has enough light. I'm doing this at night, so I've upped the exposure on this camera. Because I keep not being able to do it during the day. That's why it's 2 months late. And hopefully the angle isn't too big of a problem. Again, if I figure out how to have it that nice sketchbook where it's the camera is dangling above the sketchbook, I shall change to that one. Baby from Five Nights at Freddy's. Some rose quartz sketches, or one rose quartz sketch. I went on a little I'm stuttering, I'm sorry. A monster kick on this page. All sorts of little monsters. This was me experimenting with a Steven Universe sketch. So it started here, and then it went to here, and then it went to here. Or, as I refined the design. And it was a fusion between amethyst and bismuth, if you're curious. Now hopefully, because I know what I'm doing a little bit more than I did before, this will not be a 45-minute sketchbook video. But who knows? It might be a 20-minute sketchbook video, which is fine. It would be far less of a pain to upload if it's only 20 minutes. My computer, or my internet, is not the best. My computer, not so bad. It can deal with uploading and all that nonsense. This was me designing a Fire Emblem Fates character. Haven't played it yet, but I want to. I'm a sucker for the Fire Emblem series. Thumbnails. I do a lot of thumbnailing, as you can tell. I think this was the initial sketch for the Alphys chibi. More initial sketching. As you can tell, the sketchbook pages where I'm designing thumbnails and piece ideas, painting ideas, are very different than the just sketching pages. This one was the one for the humanized rollet. See, very different than the thumbnailing pages. Oh, I guess I should have said that there might be mild naked people in this. If that bugs you, you can, I guess, leave. Most artists have naked people in their sketchbooks. It's just kind of normal. I actually really like this drawing. And I'm much better at sketching with pencil than I am on the tablet. It's probably because I spend a lot more time sketching on the tablet than I have initially on the tablet. I've spent a lot more time sketching on the sketchbook than I have on the tablet, so I'm much more familiar with the process. I hope I didn't just say tablet again like a dumbass. I mean sketchbook. Some amethyst sketching. This was me coming up with ideas for my logo. I actually really like this sketch. I like how wavy it is. It's a Pomeranian. Well, this might be a 40-minute sketch. I mean, a 40-minute video at this point. Because I'm not halfway done with my sketchbook, and I'm already 15 minutes in. Guess I could try to hurry up. Yeah, feel free to skip around and mute me if that'll do you better. I just wanted to make sure everyone can see what sketches they want to. Oop, hair getting in the camera. I shall master tripod skills at any rate at this point. Yeah, I had to fiddle with this for quite a while to find where it looked okay. Some Genji sketches! Because Genji is adorable. I do a lot of weird little creatures, obviously. Here's another thumbnailing page. I wanted to do a piece on Smoky Quartz, but I could not come up with a good idea for her. So I ended up doing a moving icon instead, which is over on my DeviantArt too. Some pearl. As you can see, there are bad sketches in here. Again, I'm much better at painting than I am sketching, but I'm trying to improve that lately. It's a lot harder than you might think. Some more little thumbnailing. A pink diamond sketch. Some other ideas about Steven Universe sketching. Just random. I actually really like this monster sketch. Again, very different pages. a pearl sketch. Yeah, I wish I had a, did I move over here? I don't think I did. If I did, I'm very sorry that you've seen this page. But if not, well, I was correct. Yeah, I wish I had a decently working scanner. I have one, but it's not very good. Let's go with that. The whole thing needs to be replaced, actually. I think it's like somewhere between 8 to 7 years old. So, obviously it don't work too good. So yeah, a decent scanner. But I don't know whether people would actually want to see this on my Tumblr or DeviantArt. Oop. Again, not the best tripod skills. I'm working with a mini tripod too, so. This is killing my back. I'm having to bend over because the table is shorter than I am. So it looks funny. I think this is a little cute creature. I don't know where the idea came from. I also think that that creature is pretty cute too. Again, more just random pages of babysitting. Some of these are pretty good, actually. Considering I only had pen to work with. And see, there's figure drawing to hell. Now, I uploaded these Pokemon sketches over on my Tumblr as well. And Guzma. Guzma's great. He's from Pokemon Sun and Moon, if you don't know. I should not assume you know. It's a mermaid! I love making things that are supposed to be pretty, just really derpy. It's a depressive page! You can tell my emotional state by page. Some Jasper and baby... some Jasper and baby Malkate with lapis. Alright. Might finish the sketchbook before time runs out. You see, my camera only has a very limited amount of time to do these. So, any suggestions would be greatly appreciated of how to make these better. I'm just kind of winging it here. I have no camera skills. I wonder what gave it away. Here was some of the initial sketches for the tentacle skulls. These were some sketches for pixel art that I didn't do. Some more figure drawing. I love her. She's so cool looking. Again, I ended up finding that my derpy sketches are my favorite. I think this might have been an art block page. Yep. There's the please kill me, I don't know how to draw anymore sketch. You can always tell when I'm having an art block, there'll be like 5 of those. Some pearls. This is my designed pearl, actually. I designed a pearl, and I've actually done a painting. It may or may not be up. See, actually, here's the design. And I based it around what kind of pearl the pink star diamond would have. And it's a special diamond. It's really pretty. It's totally worth looking up if you want to. It's very pretty. But I wanted to base the pearl around that because I was curious what such a fancy diamond's pearl would look like. Like, we know our pearl was probably a diamond's pearl, and she's fancy. But I was wondering, what would the fanciest... That's another Steven Universe page. You can tell I like Steven Universe. I was curious what the fanciest pearl would look like. Yeah. Paradox butt. Jasper down here. Mysterious girl. Whose name starts with S that we know. More figure drawing. Hopefully it got this steady and it's not like shaking the entire time. That'd just be the worst. Ooh. Sketches, sketches. I like the sketch in the right corner. This, if you're wondering, this character here coming up in the top left, the little fairy, I didn't know what to draw, and I was bugging my mom, and I was like, I don't know what to draw. Draw a fairy! It's like, okay. So I decided to draw exactly the opposite of what she intended. She intended this pretty little fairy, and I made little punk rock. She thought it was funny. I like this sketch. Kind of, Lord of the Rings inspired. More depressive imagery. I swear I'm not depressed here. It just looks like it from my sketchbook. That and I have an obsession with figures. I like the sketch on the very top middle. It's very nice looking. I ended up drawing this. I did not mean for it to look like a really derpy Solgaleo, but he does. I found it very amusing looking through the sketchbook later. I was like, what the heck? We still haven't come across any of the Inktober sketches. They're in here. Oh, here's the first one! Speak of the devil. Up here. Yep. That was the first one. Now, the first couple Inktober sketches are terrible, because I did not realize we were allowed to draw originally in pencil. So I did everything in pen initially. And if you ever sketched out anything in pen, yeah, like this one. This one was initially sketched out in pen. It's Hanzo and Genji. Considering it's okay. And then I drew some Hanzos and Genji little chibis. Another Inktober page. I try to use some of my markers, but I don't think it helped very much. Here's a little Steven's Universe line. I turned this into pixel art as well. This was a couple attempts at inking that failed miserably. If you hear that thumping, it's the cats. More sketching. Another Inktober sketch. A ton of pearls! Salad fingers. You can blame a game theorist for that one. Here's some horror. I felt because it was Inktober I should do at least some horror sketching. Here's a little cute character. Did I skip a page? I may have. Nope. Here's Puppy Hanzo. And this is going to be a piece here soon. I try to have a pretty decent backlog. Because there's nothing worse than having to paint when you're sick. It doesn't work well. I promise. So I try to keep at least a month's backlog. So it's 4 videos. Phantom, he's adorable. I saw some very pretty art of him, and I just had to end up breaking down and doing him. More attempts at Inktober that failed miserably. Oh, we're at the last page. Bye, George. And if you follow my Tumblr, you'll know these aren't all the Inktober sketches. They continue in the sketchbook I'm currently working on. But that's it, guys. I should have another sketchbook done in another 5 months. And, yeah. See you later.